Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of March 27th through April 3rd, 2022. And I want to give you a quick update on myself. I'm trying to find ways in which I can stay in communication with you while I'm still running a business and trying to find that work-life balance that some of you know about that I've been working towards. But I also want to get into the astrological energetics of what's happening for this upcoming week with Mercury entering Aries and a new moon in Aries. Plus, we've got a real big healing theme going on this week. Those of you who are noticing my voice sounds a little different, I'm also getting over a cold. I lost my voice about 10 days ago, and it's slowly coming back. The congestion's there a little bit, but anyways, 'tis the season, right? Those of you who are tracking me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I have taken up skiing this winter, and it has been such a wonderful opportunity of growth. It's been very humbling for my ego. It's also been an opportunity for my mind to really get engaged with that mind and body muscle memory, as well as training that mind to stay where it needs to be put. And those are things that are really important as we move forward in life. You know, very often I talk about harmony or balance or being able to integrate all the negative or shadow with our positive and with our light side. And that's what we're all about. And training the mind allows it to stay put so that it can become sharp, it can become precise, and it doesn't become the master, if you will. Just like our emotions, we let them emote and we let our mind go where it needs to go, but then we bring it back into a focal point, and it allows us to manifest intentionally. Why is that important? Because we're in a really difficult time right now. As we look around at what's happening in the world, we look around what's happening in our own personal lives, and we've had so many challenges over the last several years. And yes, the cycles will continue. We will have good days, we will have bad days. So having this kind of precision or this kind of discipline of the mind can allow us to manifest with intention and intentionality. If we're intending to leave a person or place or situation better than when we found it, that's called raising the vibration of this planet. That's the evolutionary revolutionary path. So the reason that this is so poignant right now too is that Sunday, March 27th, Mercury enters Aries, making our thoughts, our decisions, the way we process information very sharp, maybe some clarity drops in. The last few weeks, we've had a lot of Piscean energy, and we do have the big movement, the big conjunction that everybody's talking about of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, making things maybe a little foggy, a little illusory, but also our dream state very active, maybe hopefully giving us more faith, more hope that things can get better and that we can find resolution and we can find solutions to issues and to problems that have been really plaguing us that come through our own healing. This has been probably a very deep healing kind of month for us. And this week offers more of that, but we get the clarity or the precision of Mercury in Aries. Now, the other thing that we'll have to pay attention to while Mercury races through Aries is there could be impulsive comments or decisions that we make. And it may be difficult to take, we know we can't take our words back, but it may be difficult to adjust our decisions along the way. So this is where intentionality comes from. However, if you've been waffling or you weren't quite clear on what decision to make or where to go, with Mercury here in Aries, it can help us find greater clarity. And sometimes we just have to go where angels dare to tread and just make a decision and then adjust along the way. The other thing is we may have some agitation where our minds get a little over stimulated, but that can lead to some creative breakthroughs. It can also incite some anger. So we need to be careful about some of the things that we say, or if we take things personally, yeah, then when somebody says something, then we may find ourselves in a bit of a tussle. Now, the other thing that we want to watch out for is how sharp our tongues can become because we know our words can harm or heal. So that is something else that could pop up for us as well. So I offer that this week is going to have some more deep healing. We'll have clarity if we've been confused about different things in our lives and what can show up, the information that can show up. It can be a little bit agitating or disturbing at first, but March 30th, we've got the moon, Neptune, and Jupiter canoodling. We've got the sun canoodling with Chiron. We've got a trine going on with the south node in Scorpio. What all of this is pointing to, and this is midweek, is that we can give ourselves time to maybe withdraw or to pull back just a little bit to dream or to imagine what our world could look like. Maybe it's our internal world, our personal world, or the world at large, and what it can look like if we take clear action and if we can use our tools that we have learned. All of our practices, all of our tools are there to meet the difficulties or the challenges. They're not there to harm us, you know? And I think about it from, I'll use the skiing perspective again, just because of that's where I'm at in this moment. But when you're at this vertical and you're at this elevation, and last weekend I was in a whiteout condition, I couldn't see more than 15 feet in front of me. And what I had to engage, I was a little scared, I'll be honest. But what I had to engage were the muscle memories, were the techniques that I had been practicing and I had been taught over the last several months. I had to really engage them more than usual, and I succeeded. And it was invigorating. And I had no idea what was going to happen. Now, granted, I was with somebody that I trust very deeply about it. They've been skiing for over 50 years. So, there was no problem with the person that I was with and feeling safe there. So I encourage that as well, is that if you are brought with an issue this week, that it triggers something very deep and something, maybe a wound that you didn't even realize had was there, or that you thought maybe it had healed and then it got ripped open again, please find the support of someone you can trust, someone you feel safe with. That's the important thing. And think of it this way. The moon and Neptune and Jupiter is going to expand our feelings, our empathy, our emotions, our compassion. Now, granted, I know empathy overload is a difficult thing for us sensitives. However, it also can bring us an opportunity to give ourselves the same compassion, the same empathy as we would another. I love the practice of Tonglen. If you're familiar with it, please practice it for yourself, practice it for another. Many of us may be supporting others who are going through deep healing. And there are some things that we're just going to have to let go of control. So please keep that in mind as well, because that's something that could be triggered with the South Node in Scorpio. We're learning how to release these bigger bonds of control where it can take us to the depths it can bring us to our knees, take us to the depths of our souls and say, okay, can you really believe in yourself? Can you really do this? And I have to say, there's been a lot of questioning about, what is the afterlife or what is happening? Can I believe in the goodness of the world? And I offer that it's perspective, it's a choice. I don't know. There's some things that we just have to let go and say, I don't know. And at the other days, we have to say, okay, what will help me feel as though I'm making a positive impact in the world? And if it's having hope and faith in something bigger than yourself, then please encourage it. Just be careful, because people may try and force it or throw it down your throat. I will say some of that could show up. Now, let's talk about this Aries new moon, April 1st. This is setting us up for a brand new cycle, how we approach the world, communicating with passion. We can set intentions to be able to be fearless and independent, and to really give ourselves the accolade of, I matter because I have breath. I have something here that I can offer. We all have a gift. We all have something special we can offer another. And how do we express that? How do we use it? Maybe we get energized by helping others, rescuing somebody. The world is ours for the taking. Relationships. We're talking about maybe there's a way to find greater security and independence at the same time. Nurturing those relationships, getting things done. There, I'm going to put another little pin on the map. And that is just because it's important to understand this new moon is not necessarily a withdraw and quiet new moon. This new moon is a time where we're going to set realistic actions in place. And then we've got Mars and Saturn canoodling shortly hereafter. And what that can do is it can really drive us to put these intentions into a format that we can use and one that can be of great benefit to humanity. So if you're looking at how do I set this intention, it is a fire new moon, but using the element of fire, it could be that you write it down and you release it to the universe to say, I want to make a difference in humanity. And we do that by owning who we are, bringing it to the world, and just going, here I am. May I be of great service. All right, you guys, I really hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Come find me at jamiedawn.com if you'd like a personal reading. And I look forward to connecting with you, hearing how your week goes. Happy new moon. Take care, everybody.